Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the next terrifying episode of Random Rhapsodies, Sonnet of Blood. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Curse of Strahd playthrough. And joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Dyto, Joe, Marty, and Natalie. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Marty?
Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built our tokens for this evening's game. You can build your own today at heroforge.com.
Thank you, Marty. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or even putting your favorite picture as the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the show description. Last but not least, this Monday, we will be back with another episode of the Fab 5 campaign. The team is finally coming up to face somebody they've been looking forward to facing for a very long time.
And he's gonna
the
die.
high priestess of the cult of the dreamer, and the bard Munlin Goldentongue, who's been harassing them since pretty much the very beginning. Should be a lot of fun.
Mm.
Now you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. And that's going to do it for the announcements. So join us as we dive into the land of Barovia and continue on with the Conclave Expedition as they attempt to survive a Sonnet of Blood. And we're back. So by now you should know that we do our recaps by offering up the Random Rhapsody coin to one of our players, which they can redeem during the session for one free Nat 20. If I do the recap, I'm going to get that coin too, and I'm going to use it to fuck up their world. And nobody really wants me to have that, so somebody always does the recap for me. So with that in mind, who's doing the recap today?
Danika's doing the recap today.
Okay, well, Danika, go ahead and tell us what happened last time on Sonnet of Blood.
Howdy, y'all, and welcome back to Danika's Diary, Part 336, Part 2. We traveled down the hill towards Aldra, and Cog was the closest to the ground, and he ended up finding a bag of gold. I was lucky enough, and he gave me a bag of broken glass. It was such a sweet thing for him to do. As we were walking, we spotted another another stone circle. We just keep running into them. As we were getting closer, we noticed that there was a woman there hiding. She was trying to spy on the destroyed town. After approaching her, her name was Muriel Vinshaw. She was observing the town because there's a hag living there by the name of Baba Lysaga. She comes from a family of winemakers. They run the winery called the Wizard of Wines Winery. Baba Lysaga ended up stealing something from her family, something important. Unfortunately, she won't tell us what that something important thing is, but she said we'd know when we saw it. So, here's to hoping our eyes aren't just for decoration. Finally, her family tried to get it back from them, but Baba Lysaga, being the baddie she is, killed a lot of her family or captured them. Aldra, the town over there, is just covered in a whole bunch of fog. The woman, Miss Muriel, left after we informed her, unfortunately, about Miss Morgan and her family being a bunch of hags. So she was running back to the winery to let everybody know and give them the lowdown on it. So we ran into our first trouble of the day. We had to cross a river. Delphine was real cool. She used her floating disc. She ended up carrying everybody on it. Well, not everybody. She had to carry Urzak. He was a big baby. Just because he didn't sleep well, he got to use the floating disc. And then Cog and Davos got to ride that too. The rest of us, fortunate people, had to swim. But, you might not be able to notice this, but Delphine's got to be ripped because she dragged us through that water. She dragged us through that water, and now I'm pretty sure, there's once or twice that we could have drowned, I'm not saying I'm the best swimmer, rough times, but I'm pretty sure Vide doesn't breathe. He was real good. As we got towards the edge, some really slippery and slimy bullywogs attacked us, but we ended up kicking their asses. I don't know, it just seems like it's going to be another long day. I'm just so sick of these hags. End diary.
Matthew, you're muted.
Okay, well done. There you go. There's a random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it. It only lasts this session. Well, expedition members. So, you are now on the western bank of the Lunar River, having just swam across those icy waters not a moment ago. Everyone but Cog and Davos are completely soaked from the excursion, and the frigid air coming down the slopes of the mountain chills you all to the bone and causes you to shiver convulsively. Visibility on this side of the river is extremely limited. A heavy fog hangs low over the swampy marsh that was once the village of Aldra, which is so thick that you all can barely see more than 20 feet around you. Anything beyond that is just gray, dense clouds that linger over the riverside oppressively. You can barely make out the remnants of a stone wall to your northwest. The first glimpse of what you know to be the ruins of the town that Strahd had wiped out more than 30 years ago. You know from your previous high vantage point that there's the ruined manor house somewhere towards the western side of town, and there was also what appeared to once be a chapel somewhere north of that. And thanks to that report given to you all by Muriel, the old woman you met at the Standing Stones, the hut belonging to the hag named Baba Lysaga lies in the center of town. So, with that in mind, on the map you all are on right now, as you can see a little bit, but not much more than about 20 feet around you. That's because the fog is just hella dense. You can see that some of the land is more, like mossy and kind of marshy, and like the ground kind of squishes a little bit under your feet. There are also just stagnant pools of water here and there that's represented by this kind of wavy green terrain over here, and also this terrain that's kind of like green with odd sort of little ripples. You'll see it as you move about. These areas are considered rough, difficult terrain for the purposes of movement. Other than that, there's a lot of plant material. There's a lot of grasses and reeds and things that are growing along the bank around you. And just gotta say it, pretty much all of you, other than a few, are really freaking cold right now. So
can I prestidigitate and warm myself up?
You can do that a little bit. You can prestidigitate on your clothes and warm it up some. It's not going to dry your clothes very well, because it's like just warming it up a bit. You'd really need a fire to get fully dry, unless you have some other spells that you can kind of work together to do something like that. But that's kind of what's going on right now. So, expedition members, what do you plan on doing now that you are on this side of the river?
It's kind of cold. Do we want to confine this Baba Lysaga, or do we want to find somewhere else and maybe make a fire for a little bit?
You don't think a fire is gonna, throw up a few red flags? Like, hey, they're over there. I mean, I get warming up. I mean, I'm fine. I didn't get wet. But, we look sheepishly. It's like, yeah, I was sitting on that saucer. I was having a good time. We could find a little hut, maybe, that's got some kind of cover, a building that's not completely destroyed, I suppose.
I'm feeling very cold right now.
Of course you are.
I'll use prestidigitation on Davos, even though I'm just dripping wet.
Davos still has that bedroll that you all gave him, and he has it wrapped about his shoulders and stuff.
I'll cast the prestidigitation on the bedroll.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a heated blanket for about an hour.
That is very much toastier. Thank you. Irina, from her side, not very far from Davos, you hear her sniffle and sneeze a little bit. She's definitely rubbing her arms as well. She says, a fire would not be a horrible thing, but that some of the things that lady said kind of worry me. She said something about beware the scarecrows. What do you think she meant by that?
I think maybe that the scarecrows are whatever they might actually be. I think they're some kind of creature. Something that could hurt us if we see them or...
That does sound most accurate.
Maybe they hold still until somebody comes near, something like that. That activates something, sound or...
Do we see any scarecrows anywhere?
Make a perception check.
Vide, same brain cell, love it.
Well, I don't know why I had advantage on, but that'd be a 13.
20.
Nice.
You both look about, and the unfortunate reality is from 20 feet away from you, it's nothing but fog. You literally can't see anything beyond that point. There are no scarecrows in your immediate vicinity, however. There's not much of anything other than some water and some swampy areas, and you're kind of on a bit of a hard-packed dirt, which is the shoreline here. Now, you did see a little bit over towards your west. There is a wall in the distance. You can barely see it through the fog, but it is there. It's hard to tell how big it is because of the fog, but you can at least see that. So what are we doing?
What? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like we should definitely take our time and move slowly through here.
Are there also some like stones around the riverbank?
Oh, sure. I'm sure there are some stones around the riverbank.
I mean, Kage just go by. He's like, I don't know about you guys, but I can't see. And now is it light out or light-ish for Barovia, even though the fog, or is it okay?
Yes.
I was gonna say.
Right now, it is about 4-ish in the afternoon, so the sun is still there. It is still light out. It's just you can't see anything beyond that 20 feet around you, so that's why the map is limited the way it is. But it is still light out. You can still see some sun through the clouds, but yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know if it's because it is kind of daytime. I don't know if this will really work. But he's going to start picking up those stones, and he's going to cast light on one of them, and he's like, hey, big guy, throw this as far as you can into the fog. And he's thinking, he's like, what? No, I'll say what I'm thinking. Maybe if we throw these things out, these scarecrows will react to seeing a lit object fly through the air, or, go to the sound, and maybe we can listen for them in the distance, since we can't really see a whole lot in front of us.
I wonder if that light would light up a little bit the fog so we can see a little bit too.
It might. I mean, in the fog, sometimes the light kind of reflects back on yourself. But I mean, maybe it'll give us a little bit of, down below where it's so thick. But yeah, he just collect a little bag of stones to have that he could, because I mean, it's not concentration and it lasts for an hour on the cantrip, for the light cantrip. So he would just say hey, big guy, take this and just throw it. And listen. It's like, put your ears on, people.
Okay. Urzak, just tell me which direction you're going to throw, and then roll an athletics check.
Where do you want me to throw it?
Wherever you want, big guy. I mean, how about just straight ahead of us? Okay. I guess we could see a building in the distance. How far away does it appear to be? I know the fog is going to distort.
Yeah, the fog distorts it a little bit. You're guessing it's probably about maybe 30, 40 feet to the west of where you are.
All right, see if you can get to that building. I think we can kind of see. See if you can throw it over there. So I guess that'd be this direction.
Yeah, okay. I throw it.
Get you an athletics check there.
Disadvantage.
Yes, it is at disadvantage because you have one.
God, I forgot about that. Why did he give it to him?
Well, too late now.
Should have given it to friggin' Dan. Oh, well, that's not bad.
15.
Give it to Dan.
Athletics is plus 7. This is my thing that I do.
You pick up the glowing rock and throw it to the west. After a moment, you hear crack, tap, 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 tap. You can kind of see a pinprick of a glow of illumination over in that area. And you can see because of that, it looks like you hit a corner of a structure. Take a look here real quick. Let me see exactly how big this is. You are able to see now that light's there. It's illuminating a little bit of that wall. You hit a corner of a wall, and it's about 7 feet tall, but it's broken and jagged at the top. And you can see that there's no like roof or anything beyond that 7-foot point. You
But we
pause,
didn't
listening, because you said you wanted to listen to see if anything was going to happen. So
Yeah.
anyone who wants to can make up an active perception check.
Oh, shit. It's the guy lowest to the ground that hears the most. That's embarrassing, people.
Well, you know, the expression is keep an ear to the ground.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think of it that way. That's a very good point. But, yeah, that's a 24.
So with that 24, you're straining, listening. You hear an odd sort of sound that it kind of sounds like
Oh.
Ew.
and then
Oh.
you hear a
It's crabby.
Ah.
and then silence.
Okay, people. Good news, bad news. I produced the result I was hoping for. Oh my god, it sounds terrifying. I think there's something that wants to eat us over there. But it does, you know, it actually kind of reminds me of maybe it's kind of like an undead creature. Maybe that's what the scarecrows are. Maybe they're something waiting for us. That's, you know, she's a hag. They have powers over that stuff, right? I mean, but it was making like weird. It was gross.
Undead, you say?
I don't know. I mean, you know what, buddy? This is that time. It's like you use your thing. Maybe we'll. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can use my I use my special eyes.
I've seen your ears light up sometimes, you know, when you're looking for stuff. And come on, come on, Balrus. He just starts shaking his head. He's like, "Come on."
And I guess I'll attempt to use divine sense.
Okay. Use Divine Sense. And how far does that go out? Is it 60 feet?
60.
60
That's what I
feet.
thought. Just kind of seeing this. You do sense undead. What is the parameters of this ability?
Let me pull it up.
Well,
Kind of went low there, by the way, bud.
Sorry, I need to be close to this thing. As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer, censuring fiends and undead. That's not the thing that I wanted to pull up.
no,
I'm
you
so
did
sorry.
channel divinity.
Yeah, that's the wrong thing.
Although that would be great.
Yeah, that'll come
That's
in
a
handy
good
later.
one.
That's a special tool that will help us later.
Oh my god.
Divine
You just
sense.
Dora the Explorer us?
No, I Mickey
No,
Mouse
Mickey Mouse
Clubhouse.
the
Thank
Clubhouse.
you.
That's right. I forgot. You know what? It's been a long
Hot
time.
dog,
since I
hot
watched
dog,
that.
hot diggity dog.
Diggity dog.
I always forget that they might be giants saying that.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's so
So
awesome.
when we play that at work, when we play that station at work, and it comes up, it's like, what the crap? And it's like, oh yeah, that's right, they did sing that song.
Anyway.
All right. So, as an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, celestial fiend or undead, of any being, but not its identity. The vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich, for instance.
Well, who's that? That's
don't know her.
very oddly specific.
I know, right?
Don't know her. Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, such as with the Hallow spell.
And because Wizards of the Coast put the player's handbook in Creative Commons, technically the name Strahd von Zarovich is open license now.
Way to go.
Yeah,
Way
good
to
job,
go.
guys. But anyway, so with this in mind, you can sense that there is an undead presence about right at the edge of your senses. They are to your northeast.
Oh,
Northeast. Which way's northeast?
over here this way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh,
so
we
not over here where we threw the thing?
Not over there where you threw the thing.
So while we're watching this direction, we could have been bad.
That could have been bad. All right, we got some undead off to our let's see, 6 o'clock, looking that way.
No, that would be more like our
3
our
o'clock.
2 or 3
2 or
o'clock.
3,
Yeah, like our
yeah,
2:30.
Well, for
Well,
like
Oh wait,
looking-
that's right. I don't.
3
have
would be
like,
here.
Yeah, we
This
don't
is
have a.
more like
No,
would it be
that's
on a
the opposite.
sundial?
it's
What
like
would it be
behind
on a
us.
sundial? Because that's the technology we're
Let's
working
go.
with here.
So in this general direction.
I turn around and I go that way.
All right. Do we want to go that way to confront this, or do we want to perhaps go the other direction?
Are said presences like moving towards us?
Let's see. Your visibility only lasts for 6 seconds. So in that 6 seconds, they don't seem to be moving at all. They're stationary.
Okay.
does this
don't know.
cost like a spell slot to use?
I get 1 plus my charisma modifier per long rest. So right now that's 3.
Okay, never mind. Because I was gonna suggest do it again, but you don't want to waste it.
I was gonna say it doesn't take spell slots, which is nice, but
It's just
But it's limited,
perf-
so yeah, never
yeah.
mind.
Let's fit to how big his charisma modifier is.
I mean, I would suggest maybe trying to avoid them, since we know eventually we're gonna encounter what we're told to be a powerful hag.
Yeah, I mean, I see your point.
I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. Sorry if it sounds like I've got a frog in my throat.
Oh, did you swallow one of those guys? That
I
was.
don't know. I think so.
You
I
could
think
have
they got a little
swallowed
too
it
close.
in the river.
I mean, that could have been like one of their children. That's terrible.
No, that would have been a tadpole.
I can feel it in my chest.
Oh, and I did
Okay.
grab one as it was
That's
floating
terrible.
by.
that's lunch.
That's true. There is a dead bullywog just laying there on the shore, just that dark blood seeping out into the water.
Oh.
I mean, y'all were talking about wanting frog legs, so
Can we do
Yeah.
a medical check or whatever?
Oh, he's.
Can we eat those? Are they edible?
That would be a survival
Alright.
check.
Survival check, please.
I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all, because I mean, all right, there are frogs, little creatures that hop around, and then there are sentient creatures that actually walked and talked
Oh,
and tried to kill you.
Just you wait till I cook you up some finger licking good bullywog legs.
I don't know.
Survival 5.
Yeah, you're fairly certain that they're edible and delicious.
they're edible at least once. Everything's edible at least once.
That's a terrible way to look at things, Vide. I just want you to know that. Yeah, I guess that maybe we should, move to where I threw the stone. I mean, I heard a gross sound. I couldn't tell you exactly. I guess with my crit, would I be able to hear where the sound came from, or I just heard that sound?
It sounded like it was beyond where you threw it,
where
in
we
that
threw
same
it, okay.
direction, but somewhere
Oh.
beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, the bad stuff is further than the stone, so at least we could probably get to the stone. But it seems like there's more. You just couldn't detect a big guy because I think they're further away.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I mean, we're either walking away or to a problem. I mean,
I mean, we can try and avoid the problem if we can, but if we can't, I guess we deal with it.
My grandfather used to tell me, you shit in one hand, you wish in the other. Whichever one fills up first is what you get. So, he just looks at everybody like, oh, you guys didn't hear that one? Oh. Anyway.
Can't say that's a popular one in the Feywild.
You know what? It must be among halflings. I apologize.
It's not a teaching of the church. Believe it or not.
I don't think I'd want to shit in my hand.
It's really you tell children at times where they want things, and I thought maybe it could happen.
Have you ever actually shit in somebody's hand?
My mommy once told me that I should not peek up my sheet.
That's a good idea, buddy.
Aren't you a bit young for that kind of language there, kid?
But he said it.
Hey, I am 112. I know I look little, but I've earned those big boy words. All right?
Do halflings make smaller poops?
All right, that floored even me. So I don't know how Cog is.
The shit we talk about in Barovia.
Literally.
I don't know. I don't know that I've actually. I've never done a study on this. I mean, you know what? Now, gross as
Didn't
it
you
may
say
sound,
you used to journal all of your poops and all of that stuff? You were said so like a day or two ago.
Did I actually say that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You did.
Why do I forget about the weird shit I have Cog say?
The thing is, though, Davos, is that he catalogs his poops, not other people's poops.
No, I do remember that. God, Jesus Christ.
Well, now we know what we have to do.
You know what?
This is what we need to do.
I'm actually
We need to go find a building.
Oh god.
So Urzak can go poop, and then we can compare and contrast.
I was gonna maybe do a study when we got back home, because that seems here. I mean,
we are here to do science. This is science.
This is perfect.
Right, let's deal with the hag first. Wow, my poor joke that no one laughed at. I have derailed fucking everything.
The campaign is ruined.
Jesus God.
I mean, it doesn't matter. We can go to episode 20 before we level up. I'm fine to just sit here and talk about shit for 3 hours.
No, I want to be level 5 so bad. Can we go to the building now?
I mean, that's part of the reason I want to kill some of the things that are around. But also,
anybody actually watching, I am so sorry I did that. That's the first time I will apologize for derailing things. Okay. You know what? Well, hey, tell you what, we'll have a measuring contest later, okay? I promise. But let's move on and deal with the sound before I get to us, okay?
As you're all walking in that direction, Davos is just sitting on his little floating disc, and he goes, "My daddy once said that the people at the bar always would do measuring contests too."
Buddy, different kind. I'll tell you about it when you're older, okay? I promise. He's gonna get up close to Urzak. He's like, this kid's gonna die before I have to tell him that. Don't worry about it.
Don't say that. That's my squire. In training.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I mean,
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll figure
You know what? Teach him to be quieter when we're in dangerous places.
I'm trying.
He is trying!
Oh, my God, you have the fucking ears of a bat? What the? All right, let's just keep moving.
He is a kid, so...
It's true.
Okay, so what are y'all doing?
I guess we're moving this
quietly moving towards wherever we threw the stone.
Quietly.
Stealth
Davos.
checks.
Stealthily.
Son of a...
22.
Do I get double disadvantage?
You just got disadvantage, buddy.
Oh shit, I got a 7.
Oh,
That's a nat 1.
Shit, yeah, heavy armored cock coming in with
Mine
a
is a
16,
12.
baby.
There is a super disadvantage prompt here.
There is a super disadvantage prompt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. D&D Beyond does have that.
I still managed a 13.
It does roll 3 times. If you've ever played around with that,
I have. Yeah.
Can I do one just for fun?
Go for it,
ahead.
just for fun.
See what it does. 13 is what he got. So hopefully it'll get worse.
Irina.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, interesting. Irina, oddly enough, rolled a 19. Davos, of course, rolled an 11. So
Of course he did.
You're all just kind of sitting there, stealthily.
Dude, he's not even walking.
No, he's not.
On a disc.
He is, which is why I was getting ready to say, he's just sitting there on the disc, swinging his legs, kind of humming to himself. I am very good at the stick now. I can swing it and swing it and swing it. I'm going to be the best squire ever.
He has to sit there and shut up.
Hey, buddy. The first lesson he should have taught you is called silence.
That's a second level spell, first of all.
No, well, it's not the spell, buddy. I was meaning all right, you know what? We're going to play a game. We're going to play who can be the quietest. All right?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, son of a...
You should be good at this, right?
Can he get advantage? Because I'll be like, yes.
+1, +1. Yes!
Oh, nice.
Okay, I will be very quiet. I will make a sound like the mouse.
How about no sounds?
Perfect.
You want to shape behaviors, not eradicate them.
You know what? Actually, to make him feel even better and cooler, Kog has got we found that level 1 cure wounds spell. It was a scroll. Was it in a scroll case?
No, it's just a scroll.
Do we have anything that would be about that size? Anybody? Anything? Something that's, tubular shaped.
It has the stick.
Well, I mean, what I was gonna do is I was gonna make a cool D&D flashlight. I was gonna take a stone and cast light on it and put it in there and just give him something to play with.
Yeah. Poe used to make those all the time.
That's where it may not be where I first learned it, but that's where I'm remembering it now. Yeah, our other campaign, different campaign, different time, off street.
Anyway.
But yeah, then he was like, you know what? This might come back to haunt us, but I'm going to give you this. And he's going to do a little thing, and it's going to light up. He gave him just the smallest stone he could. He's like, I want you to keep this. Keep it in your pocket. Don't let anybody see it. And if you keep real quiet, we'll get you an even bigger one later.
Okay, I will be very quiet, I promise.
He can, if he's got that blanket around him or the thing, it's keep it in there, and then you can duck your head inside, and you'll be able to see everything, but nobody can see your light.
He pulls the thing over his head.
I am stealthy. I am so stealthy.
There you go,
right
buddy.
Now.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh my God! Why did we bring the kid?
I tried to pawn them off.
Danica's gonna go over to Davos, and she's gonna tell him.
Shit.
I'm sorry. Davos, I got a bit of a magic trick for you too. Let me show you. So she's gonna point at him, and she's going to cast message. And she's going to talk to Davos via message. And she's gonna be, so Davos, we're gonna cheat the game, you and me. So if you see anything and we don't want you to break, the silence, just tug on my shoulder and I'll cast the spell again, and me and you can talk, okay?
Okay, I will do that.
And then she casts it again. Perfect, Davos. We have the perfect plan.
Stealthy.
Stealthy.
I love that. That was great.
But with Davos riding behind Delphine, you all start creeping your way up to that first ruin. The closer you get, you can see that it is a partial wall to one side, and there's a lot of stonework on the ground that's just covered in moss and lichen and grime. Not all of the building is fully there. There's very large gaps in the walls. There's no roof whatsoever. And as you're creeping in, you once again hear that sound.
I don't quite have a frog in my throat like that.
Definitely sounds like it came from inside the ruins.
Big guy, do you want to go in first, or?
I mean, I guess so. Here I go. I do it. I walk in.
Okay. As you're stepping inside, the fog seems to just part a little bit, allowing you to see a little bit more of the building structure itself. You can see that there are some interior walls as well. It looked like there's maybe 3 rooms to this building at one point, but the entire floor, the ground underneath your feet, is just covered in mosses and lichen. However, at the edge of your vision, just as you step through into this area, you see something sticking out of the ground. It is indeed a scarecrow. This thing is, well, it's a unique looking scarecrow. It stands there, the form looks almost like a man, but you can definitely see the branches kind of extended to one side. There's ragged, old, moldy cloth hanging from the shoulders and around the base of it to form pants. There's a bag on top of it that you presume must be the head of the thing. And your first thought is, that's a weird place to put a scarecrow. And you have that thought stays in your head for about as much time as the thing's head turns suddenly, revealing large gashes across the face of the thing, showing dark black orbs in the sockets. The cloth begins to move, and a wide mouth stretches outward, showing these jagged points inside, almost like teeth made out of sticks. And then it begins rushing towards you. Everyone roll for initiative.
Here we go. You know, Halloween was last week. If you wanted to do an Oogie Boogie thing, you should have done it last week.
Well, last week we didn't play.
I got a 4.
Yeah, I got a 4
also
as
got a
well.
4. You probably have higher
11.
dice.
I had an 8.
Gonna get some good battle music going.
That's straight up Oogie Boogie Woogie.
Oh yeah, I'll show you an actual picture of this thing here in a second.
I see him.
We don't need more than one. You can just be the one, right? Good enough to God.
Oh sure.
Yeah, why are there so many together? Isn't it supposed to be like, one's good, one and done?
One and done?
Honestly, I thought, hey, who needs more than one scarecrow? Obviously someone's a lot of crows, but there are no crows here, so...
There are no crows here.
Looks like the scarecrows are doing their job then.
All right, we don't need that kind of positive reinforcement for him. Okay? You know what
There we
you
go.
know what he's personally done to your own very child in D&D games. So you shouldn't encourage him.
See, Davos would be right here because he's literally right next to wherever Delphine
He's just
is.
fine.
So,
Or that's Delphine, yeah.
there's
Yeah,
that.
that's why I'm sticking to the back-ish.
That's where all the scarecrows are going to come.
Well, then at least someone's protecting our back. Davos.
Davos.
Yes,
Okay.
because nothing can go wrong.
A mighty squire with a stick.
Well, let's go ahead and get this map up for everybody else to see too, because this is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, I know exactly what the form my thing that I might cast is going to take.
Move your mic a little closer to your mouth, Joe. Thank you.
Oh, there.
Yeah. You actually.
Somebody said we were loud, so I tried to be quieter.
Yeah. No, I got it. It's fine.
Gotcha. All right.
Anyway, Cog, you are first in turn order. So, what would you like to do?
Well, he's not going to let his buddy, be alone. He's going to get up, not too close. He's going to get closer to Urzak to be weird. I can see the edges of something coming. So he is going to toss out a spiritual weapon, and his spiritual weapon is going to take the form of a fucking crow.
Oh,
It's going to take some revenge for all of its brothers and sisters that this son of a bitch is scared away. Or eaten. He might have eaten them too.
I don't think I have a.
a raven would probably work too if you had one of those.
I'm looking. Just give me a second.
Or you know what? Just toss out Jareth if you have to.
Oh, I don't even have that on this game.
Oh shit. Everybody will know. It's spiritually, it's a.
I've
He's
got.
gonna put it right here next to it.
There you go. I'm gonna make you be able to control it.
Awesome.
Boom. Okay. So there you go. There's your
There
little
you go.
crow.
And he's gonna be right there, and then it's going to immediately attack that one. Ooh, 24 probably hit.
Oh yeah. Well.
Nice.
Oh wow, look at that. That's pretty decent on that. That is 11 damage to that interesting creature right there.
11 points of damage to the scarecrow. This crow form, celestial looking spectral thing, is what you're trying to pull out. However, when you see the actual form of it, it looks almost skeletal with weird placement of feathers in odd sort of places when it appears. However, it's still under your control, and you send it flying towards that scarecrow. It pummels the thing right in the chest and does your 11 points of damage.
You just gotta ruin things, don't you?
Well,
I forgot we're in Barovia. He's got to tell Urzak, do not try and summon a steed. You are not going to enjoy it. And then for his action, he will cantrip Sacred Flame, the same.
don't threaten me with a good time.
So that's a 14 dex.
14
And I guess I did make an Oh, yep, there is my attack thing on that. Oh, yeah. It's 3 damage if it just click the actual spell and not the...
Well, rolled a 3. So its feet still seem to be planted in the ground. It was unable to move, and it gets hit with those 3 points of radiant damage.
Sweet. And then, I guess he'll move back just a smidge and tuck himself here in the corner. And that's my turn.
Fair enough. Okay. So, those of you with a passive perception of 14 or higher would hear the more sounds of that creaking and groaning. That weird sort of... Just... So he is gonna move. Right
Probably
about
pretty bad on initiative.
another one.
Oh no.
It's really
Okay.
hard when I don't have my good
So
initiative roll. Oh,
Danika, Delphine, Vide, and Irina would all see another one of those scarecrows come running out from the mists to the north of where Davos is. It seems to, it's running towards them. Its arms are flailing wildly. You can see the hands are almost like pincer-like fingers just coming out, long, jagged points that are, they kind of look like sharpened twigs, honestly, their fingers do. They're just raking their hands in through the mist as it's coming running out, but it gets stuck a little bit in this marshy area. As I said, this area here is difficult terrain, and so it could not get all the way up to Davos. But damn, it's getting close. Delphine, you're up next.
Yeah, no thank you. Firebolt to this thing's face. For an 18.
18 definitely hits.
9 fire damage.
9 points of fire damage. You send this bolt of fire out towards it, hitting it square in the chest. The moment it hits, it bursts into flames. The cloth on its form ignites almost immediately, and the whole thing seems to be catching on fire slightly. It actually takes double the damage.
Fire, guys, fire. We've got more friends out here, and I'm gonna move in front of Davos.
And I imagine that with the disc the way it is, it kind of pushes him back just a little bit. Right there. Okay. Do math real quick.
Damn, I don't have any way to do fire damage. I don't have the correct spell.
Can't hear you, Marty.
I'm muttering to myself. It's
Fair
okay.
enough.
And I don't think I'm gonna use a bonus action at this time.
Okay. Next up is the scarecrow that just got walloped by that weird skeletal-looking spectral weapon. It is going to just move forward 5 feet around the thing, kind of ignoring it a little bit. It seems like it's not really registering the fact that it's there, because it's running directly towards you, Urzak, and is going to... Actually, I'm going to hold off on that for a second. Before it does that. It locks its eyes directly with yours, Urzak. You see those red little points of light gleaming behind the mask of the scarecrow's hood, and it just locks with you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. I only have disadvantage on ability checks, right? Not saving throws or attack rolls?
I'm having a hard time hearing you, bud. Could you turn your gain up just a little bit?
I only have disadvantage on ability checks?
Yes.
Not attack rolls and saving throws?
Correct.
Okay. Normal roll. That is a 12.
12 just succeeds.
Okay.
So you see this gleam, and you feel your body beginning to tense up, almost as though you're about to just be frozen. But you push your will past it as hard as you can, and you're able to not be affected by this thing's terrifying glare. So since that didn't work out quite the way he wanted to, he is then going to move forward and make one more claw swipe at you. But that's a 7. So you're able to throw up your shield just in time and block it. Danika, you're up next. Danika, you with us?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. I had a technical difficulty on my phone real quick.
No worries.
It had locked out. Anyway, I am going to I'm going to kind of step up between like Delphine and Davos just to put another person kind of between them. And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on the one that Delphine had attacked.
Okay. Just so you know, this area right here is difficult terrain. Right in front of you.
Okay, I'm right here, right in front of Delphine?
Yes.
Okay. Muchas gracias.
You guys keep forgetting he's a squire of Balrus. I mean, he's gonna be fine.
Vicious Mockery.
That's a 16. It did save.
No.
It's a smart scarecrow.
That's unfortunate. And I think I'm going to cast for my bonus action. I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Vide.
Okay, Vide, you've got a D6, I believe it is right now.
Yeah, I think it.
Yeah, pretty sure it's
level
D6.
7 it jumps to an 8, something like that.
Probably.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
Let me look.
Well,
But anyway, it's a 6 for now.
yeah. But anyway, next up, let's see here. Urzak, you're up next with Vide on deck.
Ooh, that's me. All right. I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna beat up on this guy in front of me. We'll do a normal attack roll. It's a 16.
Oh,
16 does hit.
it's a D8 at level 5.
Sweet. I'm not going to smite or anything yet. I'm just going to do a nice little 7 damage.
Okay, 7 points of damage to the scarecrow. You're using your vicious battle axe. It slices through the chest area of this thing, and as it does, you see that the interior of it is stuffed with not only twigs and sticks, but with feathers as well, black feathers, and a dark black sticky substance.
Gross. That's all I'm going to do on my turn.
Okay, that's it for your turn. Next up is Vide with Corwan on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna step forward. Let's see, 5, 10. I think I don't want to get too close to it, but I'm gonna take aim at this guy. That's a 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Okay, and that is for 5 damage.
Okay. You pull out your revolver, cocking it, and shoot. The bullet pierces the scarecrow. You see a little bit of a hole in the fabric of the thing. However, you can tell it barely did any damage to the scarecrow itself.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay, that'll be it for me, I suppose.
Okay. It did seem to resist your bullet shot. Corwan, you're up next.
All right, the Scarecrow is going to kind of reposition and get in his face, and go ahead and swing or chirp, bite away, peck. Was a 12 hit?
A 12 just hits.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ooh, that's another 10 force.
10 points of force damage. You slam your skeletal weird bird into the creature. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me, Vide. I totally forgot to put Irina and Davos in turn.
Can't forget.
I know. I can't forget that.
But then for my normal action, it will end up being... We're going to Toll the Dead, and I did actually make that stat block. So yeah, it's a 14 wisdom. Ooh, look at... That'd be great if he fails that. The actual... The damage taken roll actually is more for once. Vale would be jealous.
Well, let's see here real quick. That's a wisdom saving throw. That is a 10 failure. So you cast your spell. This loud and unholy gong just rings. Boom!
Sweet. For whom the bell tolls. That's what Cogs played in his head. Da, 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 da.
We're just singing it out loud.
I, of course, didn't go see Metallica in St. Louis on Sunday night, so no, that's not definitely in my head.
Oh, I'm sure not.
And he's still walking after all the damage we done to him? God, these things are
No,
hardier
he
than
is. It's not. It's just I'm trying to with my audio real quick because they're saying that you sounded muffled, and so I'm trying to fix that. Anyway, what happens is this: when you slam the scarecrow with your bird, it looks seriously wounded just from that. But then you send out that unholy gonging sound. Boom! The thing's head explodes and showers you, Urzak, with twigs and feathers and parts of old moldy clothing.
Ew.
Hey, put some of those feathers on my bird. He looks a little naked right now. I'd almost like to see you try and put feathers on a spectral.
That would be interesting.
Scarecrow. Although I kind of like the Scarecrow. I think it's going to end up being Cog's permanent spiritual weapon. I'm digging it now. I was a little upset at first, but I was like, you know what? No, that's badass.
Well, I'm going to
cool,
let
actually.
Irina have a turn since we skipped her last round. Davos is just he was told to be stealthy. He is sitting on the disc, floating in the air with his bedroll pulled up over his head, and is like trying to be stealthy. But you can also see he has that stick in both hands, just waiting, hiding underneath the blanket. And yeah, Ashley, Cog's spiritual weapon, he tried to make it look like a crow, and it came out a skeletal crow.
Yeah, I figured scare the shit, get one back for the for the fellas, a scarecrow and have a crow come back. But yeah, he ruined it at first. But now it's awesome. Now I like it.
Irina, on her turn, she's looking at the creatures themselves, and you see the solemn look on her face. She has her hands together and almost as if she's praying, but she seems to be more focusing, and her hands come up, spreading as she starts to make a motion. Those of you who've seen Cog cast Sacred Flame before would recognize that she's doing the same motions for a Sacred Flame. Which she then looks at the scarecrow that's up here near Davos and Danika and Delphine, and she says, "No!" and throws her hands out. I need the scarecrow to make a wisdom or a dexterity saving throw, I think it is. There we go. 10, failure. A bolt of radiant light strikes this the scarecrow directly in the chest, and Irina just looks down at her hands like, I did not know I could do that, but it is very good timing.
What is going on here? She's stealing my moves.
Okay.
You didn't see that. You're behind the wall.
Yeah, you can't see shit. But it is now the Scarecrow's turn. Another one of them. I gotta move around this bush. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to right here.
Oh, hello.
And it's really unnerving not being able to see where everything is.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here saying, move here. It's like, where?
Cog. The Scarecrow comes running around a corner to the north, making its way past and into your vision. Or at least part of your vision, maybe. I don't know. I can't see.
Sure.
No,
I mean,
you can't see it, actually.
No. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see a little green twiggish stuff right there.
Yeah, that's not it.
That's
so
yeah.
it would not be able to see you either right there. Well, it does have better vision, but its ability works based on sight, so it can't target you. It's going to have to target Urzak. So, Urzak, I need another wisdom saving throw from you.
Oh boy.
Hey, it's at least it's nice to be loved, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Admired?
It's a 9.
9. That is a failure. You feel an unholy amount of terror filling your body as your eyes lock with that. You feel your body tensing up, just the terror filling you to a point that you cannot move. And you are now paralyzed from fright.
Oh, good lord.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
Shouldn't have rolled a set, I guess.
Let's see, what's a good... So we'll do this one here. Nah, I don't like that. I can't see it very well. That one. Okay. The blue dot indicates that you're currently paralyzed.
Uh-oh.
Everything's fine.
I can't see anything, so...
Next is Davos's turn. He is still trying to remain stealthy. I'll just roll a stealth check at disadvantage because he's under a blanket floating on a disc.
He's a ghost.
He's
Very
definitely
loud,
super
goddamn
stealthy
ghost.
on that disc right now. Next is Irina's turn. She's not quite sure what just happened, but she's going to try to do it again.
You can do it, Irina. I believe in you.
Another Sacred Flame. wisdom saving or dexterity saving throw. 12.
Oh,
Failure.
shit, yeah.
She takes
Ooh.
5. Another bolt of radiant energy comes out of her hands, streaking across the field and striking the scarecrow, doing 5 points of damage. It looks pretty damn hurt right now, but is still up. That is her action. I don't think she has a reasonable bonus action right now. Not really, so we're going to leave it right there. Other than she's going to move 5 feet over just to get a clear line of sight. Next up, that scarecrow that just got hit by the bolt of radiant energy is going to kind of slosh through the bog that it's in, right up to Delphine. The first thing it's going to be doing is that same frightful gaze. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, Delphine.
23.
23, without issue. You just close your eyes as you see it trying to lock onto you, and you are able to push past it. So it makes a claw attack at you. And it rolled a 14, so I assume that misses.
Yes, it does.
And it's now your turn, Delphine.
I saw this thing where piercing damage didn't do anything.
You did.
I'm just gonna try it anyways. I think. You know what? No, I'm gonna try and mind sliver it and see if that does anything. Oh, where's my mind sliver? It is an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Rolled a 3.
Close.
4 psychic damage. And it takes 1d4 away from its next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Oh, that'd be good with the Sacred Flame flinging chick out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
And the vicious mockery that'll probably come up.
It's true.
That is true. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Next up is Danika.
Danika is going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, she said the line.
Roll credits.
That's a
Let's
wisdom
do it.
saving throw.
Yeah.
19
What the
success.
crap?
Oh. Minus a d4.
Minus a
It's
d4.
Not that it'll do
Yeah.
anything, but still.
Oh my god.
So 17.
He got a 6 on a D4. This is crazy.
Right.
Weird. I can't believe that. But yeah, still a failure. Still a success. He does not react whatsoever to your words.
Well, I think that's it for now.
It's okay. He's just too stupid to get your jokes.
I know. He just
Yeah,
didn't
I had
get
to
it.
literally put a disorienting spike of psychic energy into their mind.
God bless you.
Well, next up we have another one of the scarecrows. It's going to have to come up here and move through this bush. This is difficult terrain, so that's 5 feet, 15 feet, 25 feet, 30 feet to right there. Can't really do much of anything else. It's going to have to move again as its action. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to right. Urzak, you're unable to move, but you watch as another one of those scarecrows comes running into the ruined building that you're currently standing in. You watch it move past you and stop just to your right. Vide, you're up next.
All right. Well, my gun didn't do much, so I am going to whip this guy. Does a 10 hit?
A 10
Probably not.
misses.
Oh wait! I have
You do
inspiration.
have your you do have your bardic inspiration.
What is it? D4 or D6? Does 11 hit?
Actually, 11 does hit. That is its armor class.
Nice. 4 slashing damage.
You hit it, striking it with your whip. It takes a little bit of a slash from the tip of the thing, but once again, it doesn't do nearly as much damage as you were hoping it would.
Gosh dang it, I wish I had fire. Alright, well... Shoot. Yeah, I think that's just gonna be it for me.
Okay. Urzak, you're paralyzed.
Yeah.
Corwin, you're up next at the top of turn order.
Well, Scarecrow's gonna move in for another victim. Let's get in here. Where is that? Oh, Scarecrow's hitting on all cylinders tonight.
Yeah, it is.
6 force.
6 points of force damage.
And we will go ahead, and since I want to save spells in case we're going to face a hag tonight, we'll just go with a Sacred Flame and Dex of 14.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. 7. Failure.
Down. He's just there. Another one bites dust. He's getting prepared for that next kill. He's like, I gotta write these songs down. They could be big one day. Yep, that's. I'm not gonna move because I see that just being an oppo right there, waiting to happen if I move. So yeah, we're just gonna hang tight.
For sure. Okay, that's it for Corwin's turn. Next up is the Scarecrow that had paralyzed Urzak. It's going to move up. 5, 10. 15 to right here. Corwin, you should be able to now see this Scarecrow coming into view around Urzak. It's seen you throwing these sacred flames, and in response, it's going to look at you with its terrifying glare. So I need a wisdom saving throw.
Well, as everybody knows, halflings are incredibly brave, so I get advantage on this.
You do.
Oh my God! Is that all you got? You got to get up earlier in the day for that shit, buddy.
Yeah.
It's like I've seen uglier looks on my mother. I'm not saying she's ugly, but I get yelled at.
Without issue, you're able to push past that, and you are not paralyzed, which is a good thing for you. I'm trying to remember what paralyzed is. Paralyzed creatures incapacitated, can't move or speak. They automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attacks get advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
Yep. And Cog is squishy.
Yep. Claw attack at Urzak at advantage. That would be a 7.
So you're saying the Scarecrow doesn't provide him with like some kind of backup that maybe would negate that advantage? Maybe?
No, that's not how the spell works.
I know. I just was hoping they were terrified of the crow.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
You know?
Yeah.
You have a good point.
Yeah.
The definition of the word, yes.
Yeah, that's true. So I suppose really we should be having that spiritual
No,
weapon
no,
roll
no.
at disadvantage.
It doesn't feel
Oh,
fear because
oh.
it's already dead. Remember, you made it a
I
skeleton.
see.
You
Don't we
made
have
it a
homework?
skeleton.
I see.
So it doesn't have fear.
Davos is up next. He is still hiding. That's all he's doing. He is hiding.
Good lad.
He rolled a 12. He's trying to remain as still as he can underneath that bedroll, sitting on a floating disc. Irina's up next, and this seems to be working for her. She's going to just move up right next to Davos on the other side to, just keep him protected as much as possible everywhere around. Second verse, same as the first. Sacred Flame. Rolling a 1 on fucking damage is like winning 10 cents in the lottery.
Sucks.
I'm just going to
get the
say.
cost of the ticket back.
Hey, that's 10 cents you didn't have before.
No, it's
It'd be
10 cents to
great if
get back
they
off
were-
the cost of the ticket.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
That should not have been an advantage. He rolled a 4. That is a failure and takes that 1 point of radiant damage.
Yeah, if only they were susceptible to radiant, but they don't
What?
seem like they're powerful enough to be susceptible to radiant.
Damn.
Fighting words. Let's see here. It is not very bright. It's trying really hard to stop some of these people attacking it. Terrifying glare at Delphine, since you're right in front of it. Wisdom saving throw, please.
18.
Still a success. You're averting your gaze every time it tries to lock eyes with you, and you're just pushing past it. So it's going to take a swipe at you with its claw attack, and a 12 misses. I'm just not rolling great today. That's okay. Delphine, you're up next with Danika on deck.
I'm gonna take advantage again of the not being very smart, and I'm gonna mind sliver again. Ooh, I rolled max damage.
Nice.
Watch, you'll save.
Now please fail to save.
I did save for the 17.
I said please.
Is that the
Sorry.
one?
I mean, he did say please.
He did say please.
Oh, the mind sliver only works for one round, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it only applies to the next.
Oh, I thought okay. I was gonna say, could he be mind slivered by a mind sliver?
No.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Well, yeah. Technically, if it goes right.
But it already got you.
Yeah, it already got used to it.
Yeah, if it was somebody else who had mind slivered, because it's the end of my turn. But there's other saves that are going out. Yeah, I'm not gonna use a bonus action. Right now, I'm just gonna stand my ground.
Fair enough. Danika, you're up next.
Danika's gonna be like, I hope he rolls the short straw on this one, and she's gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Third time's charm.
Oh, he failed.
He
That one
failed
got
with
him.
an 8. I've got straw in my body.
Rocked him to the core.
Not dead yet, but looking severely wounded. How does a scarecrow look wounded from being hit by psychic shit all the time? I don't know, but anyway, it does, and it looks very,
If I
very.
only had a brain.
A single tear.
If I only had a brain.
I hear Toby. Get him.
As Danika's bonus action, she's gonna jump up and go, yes!
It's a good bonus action.
Good bonus action. Next up is a scarecrow here. I think it's going to do its terrifying gaze this time at Vide.
What's that, a wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Yes.
How about an 18?
18 is a success. It's trying
Wait,
to
but
catch your eye. You just pull your hat down over your eyes and does nothing. Next, because it's irritated at this fact and it does know that Urzak is paralyzed, it's very obvious, is going to make his attack at Urzak. It's a nat 20 for another nat 20. Because technically, no matter what, it was going. If it hits, it's a crit.
Can you double the double though?
So no, you can't. It's
No.
9 points of slashing damage. And I mean, technically, you're already frightened, but you're frightened to be paralyzed. So, roll another Wisdom saving throw. I'm not worried about that. We're not going to do that. That's stupid.
I got a 19.
Fair enough.
Which one frightened him before?
It's this one here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is that not the one that tried to frighten me just now?
No, this one tried to frighten you.
Oh. No, that one just thought just frightened Vide. I don't remember. There's a lot of scarecrows.
There's a lot of shit going on, and anyway. Vide, you're up next. And there is a scarecrow right next to you.
Yes, I know there is a scarecrow right next to me. How does it work to light a torch in the middle of battle so I could just use that to set these things on fire?
Well, you have to use something to light it. Usually that would be like a tinderbox, or a spell if you have a spell that can do that. Do you have either of those things?
I have a tinderbox.
So, it is an action to light a torch with a tinderbox. If you look at the tinderbox's description, it specifically says it's an action to do so.
Oh, choices. Because I could always just
Dab him.
It-
Keep just. I mean,
You
even though
just
it might
gave me an idea.
if it's doing less, I mean, it's still doing damage if you hit him. So I mean, just do something.
Well, don't you have that scimitar?
Yeah, I do. I just thought it would be really cool to just light the thing on fire.
It's fair.
You know what? I'll just try my moon touch scimitar, and if I still don't actually do good damage next time, I'm lighting this jerk on fire. So, and that doesn't do crap. So yeah, okay.
Well, you pull out your moon touch scimitar. It does give some light in the area and illuminates around you. You slash at it with the weapon, but it's able to dodge backwards out of the way.
Of course.
Backwards, you say. Interesting.
Oh,
Urzak.
wait a minute.
Yeah?
I do have a question though.
Uh-huh.
This wouldn't have technically been an advantage because I'm flanking, is it?
No. You're not flanking. You don't have somebody directly on the opposite side, but Urzak also wouldn't count because he is paralyzed and is not presenting a threat.
Okay. I mean, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
Urzak, you're still paralyzed.
How long does this last for? Do I get to, like, save again or anything?
No.
Really? Wow, that sucks.
Damn, alright.
Yep. No. It lasts until the creature is destroyed. Sucks for you. But Corwan, you're up next.
Well, we're kind of doing some bird stuff here. So yeah, Crow will attack. I've named him now. His name is Eric Draven. He came up out of nowhere. Just on the top of my head, he's gonna attack him. So Eric is going in. Oh, it's just perfect. Well, I don't. It should just know that I cast this at level 2. 6 force, because it keeps asking me every time.
I know, that is annoying that it does that. That's one of the drawbacks of Roll20. But still, 6 points of damage. He's looking moderately wounded at this point, being pummeled by this force crow.
Yeah, you know, and then I guess I mean, would I be too close, or would I be just far away, like a ranged thing? Would it just be normal, or would that be? Because I'm like on the edge of his.
Yeah, so like you're kind of wedged in between.
He is small too. I mean,
I would
guess
say that
might...
yes, if you're using your crossbow, it wouldn't be a disadvantage.
All right. Well, I was gonna do a guiding bolt though. So.
Oh, that wouldn't be a disadvantage either.
14.
14 hits.
Yes, I'm casting it at level. I swear. 12 radiant to the same guy that the bird has been beating up.
That one looks severely wounded. The form is barely managing to hold on and retain its features.
All right, sweet. Yeah, he's not moving, so.
Urzak is paralyzed, but these other two are presenting more of a threat, so I feel like it does have to turn its attention over to Vide. It's going to attempt to its terrifying glare at you, Vide.
Oh, it's not concentration for that thing till
it's
it
not
dies?
concentration, it's just an ability.
I mean, I'm assuming a wisdom, or I'm sorry, a 19.
19 will definitely save. It takes a claw attack at you. 16 to hit.
That just hits.
Just hits.
Jerk.
6 points of slashing damage, and I need another wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, 7.
Failure. This one, however...
Hold on a second. Give me just a second.
You're only just scared. You're not frightened.
Yeah, you're not paralyzed, you're just frightened.
Okay, yeah, never mind. The thing I thought I could use, I can't even use anyway, so...
Got it.
That's good.
I'm just gonna say...
So frightened, that means... Like, I have to, like, run from him or something?
Yeah, so here's the... I'll throw up the frightened condition for you.
Well, yeah,
a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. A creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Yeah, that moving away thing is like it's a part of a special frightened ability.
Yes.
So that's not this.
Anyway, Davos's turn is up next. I'm just going to let him run. I'm not going to keep rolling stealth for him, as there's too many things between him and it, so it's not a big deal. Irina is up next. She is going to attempt another Sacred Flame at the critter there. Success. Damn. That's it for her turn. That scarecrow is up next. It's getting frustrated, and it's going to make 2 claw attacks at Delphine. That's a 15 and a 16.
Both miss.
Both miss. Damn.
Mage armor is the best.
Delphine, you're up next with Danika on deck.
Okay. I'm just gonna do the thing. I'm just gonna firebolt it at disadvantage because it's right up close. Where's my fire?
It looks like it's barely hanging on.
I didn't roll it at disadvantage. 15 to hit.
15 still hits.
For 5 damage.
Describe for us how this looks as you apparently burn to death this scarecrow.
Yeah, I think very, like, Super Saiyan-like. She's just, like, frustrated and tired of this thing and just puts out her hands And usually what comes out as like a line of fire is just this big ball that just sets the scarecrow into a bonfire.
Love it. And it just burns as it falls down to the well, it's in a bog right now. It's in swampy water. So it kind of sizzles and smoke starts rising up as the thing collapses down into the water.
And then I'm gonna move over to here, I guess. Yeah, so I can see what's going on over here.
And Davos gets pulled that way as well. Ah!
Yeah. Oh, cool. I'm actually gonna move right up here, and pull out my rapier as my action.
Okay. Danika, you're up next. Danika, you with us?
Yeah, if I don't talk for a while, my phone times out.
Gotcha.
Dun, dun, dun. Where did you go?
Did I disappear?
You did. We didn't
Oh
hear
my
you.
god. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just talking to myself then.
Yep. What's up?
So Danika's gonna move right behind Vide, and Delphine, and she's gonna cast Vicious Mockery one more time because she's trying not to use any spells until we, see the old hag. And she's gonna cast it on the one that's like more directly in front of Vide.
Got it. Roll the 14.
So fingers crossed, everybody. Oh, you rolled a 14?
I did roll a 14.
Mine's also a 14.
I'm rolling great on saves and shit. I'm just rolling terrible on attacks.
That's okay. You can keep rolling terrible on attacks. I don't mind.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's not bad. And that's about it.
Okay. The Scarecrow really wants to attack the spiritual weapon because I know that in Baldur's Gate 3, you can actually attack spiritual weapons and destroy them. I can't remember if you can do that in 5e actual.
No, they're incorporeal, yeah.
But a bunch of new targets just came running in, and the first one that's right there is Delphine. So let's make a couple claw attacks at... Actually, let's try to Terrifying Glare that. So give me a Wisdom saving throw, Delphine.
That one's a 10.
That is a failure.
Don't worry, I'll free you in a minute.
You are now paralyzed, locked into place, just from pure fright. This terror that just fills your soul. Now gets to make a
Welcome
claw
to the
attack at
club.
advantage. 19 to hit.
Yep.
So technically, it's
an
a
advantage.
critical. I gotta figure this out
yeah.
because it's 2d4
Plus
4
1?
plus 1. Yeah.
Plus 0, which I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why it has the
it's
0.
That's probably its ability modifier, and the first one is like a magic thing.
So it looks like I rolled 2 3s. So 6 and 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13 points of damage. Vide, you're up next.
Well, I'm scared of the thing, but everybody else is getting paralyzed, so I'm just gonna try to attack.
Okay, you're going to be attacking at disadvantage with.
I know. Yeah, I miss.
You do miss. Urzak, you are still paralyzed, I'm afraid. Sorry. Corwan, you're up next.
Yeah, well, here comes Eric. He hasn't missed yet. The streak keeps going. It's another 9 force.
Cog, tell us how this looks as you destroy the scarecrow that just paralyzed Delphine.
Knowing that his family and his friends have been terrorized for generations, this crow is just gonna fly, because this thing, it turned around to attack Delphine, so it's got its back to him, and that he just punches straight through its back and just bursts all those feathers, and maybe some of them stick to it, who knows, if the gods are worthy. And he just flies out this thing's chest, like the alien, the little chest creature from Alien. Just,
love it. And with that explosion of feathers and ichor that just coats Delphine, the thing falls down to the ground, destroyed. And Delphine, the fear that you had been feeling just a moment ago that had locked your body in paralysis just melts away at the sight of this thing falling to the ground, and you're able to move once again.
Gotcha, babe.
Thanks, Cog.
No problem. I gotta get to work on the other one because the big guy is shitting his pants right now. 14 deck save.
Is it bigger or the same size as yours? Sorry,
you know what? We'll have to pull his pants down later and check. I don't know.
That should not have been an advantage. It rolled an 11, which is a failure. So the last one takes 3 points of damage.
Yeah, just a little bit of burst of light right into its face.
Absolutely.
And now Cog's over there doing the little dance from Single Ladies. Just like dun dun dun. He's having a good fight now. This doesn't happen every time for Cog. So he's enjoyed himself.
The last scarecrow that's remaining is going to attack both Delphine and Vide. First attack at Delphine is a 12. Next attack at Vide is an 11. 2 swipes, one at each of you, both of you able to dodge nimbly back out of the way. Irina is going to move forward, trying to see, but, let's see, how can she see this guy? Yes, she can. She will Sacred Flame him as well. Saved. So another Sacred Blast goes off, a Sacred Flame. This time, however, the Scarecrow is able to dodge out of the way. Delphine, you're up next with Danika on deck.
I'm gonna Firebolt at disadvantage again. 17.
Still hits.
4 fire damage.
4 fire damage, igniting this Scarecrow as well, with a little bit of flame, doing double the damage. Got anything else?
No. I'm gonna stay here.
Danika, you're up next.
You know the drill.
Yep, I know the drill. Wisdom saving throw. Nat 1. So tell us how you viciously mock the Scarecrow.
She's just gonna caw at it incessantly. Just caw. Caw, caw.
You just caw at it, mocking the thing, and it's just looking around like, where is this bird coming from?
If a spiritual weapon could blush, you knew what you said.
Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Vide, you're up next with Urzak on deck, but yeah. Sorry.
Damn, Jesus, that's just cold.
Oh wait, is there someone still left?
There is one still left.
Is this one still left?
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna try.
I think think you're frightened. Oh, you're okay. So you're at a disadvantage. So I think yours only lasts until its turn. So
I think it only lasts.
yeah,
until next
that
turn.
regular
Yeah,
one
until
I think was just
until the scarecrow's next turn. Yes.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. I don't hit it anyway.
Now with a 10, no, you just whiff. Urzak, you so as you're paralyzed, you're watching this whole thing. What's going through your mind right now?
It's a lot of, like, you know, he's trying to, like, force himself, like, every thought is going, like, move, 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 move! And it's not happening, and there's just a growing sense of just anger and frustration.
Yep, that's rough stuff.
Is this how Urzak becomes a barbarian?
That's how he goes dark side.
Oathbreaker?
Yeah, baby.
Matt, you're muted.
Can't hear you, Matt.
Cog,
Let's push
you're
him.
up next.
Eric is gonna fly over, drop a little spiritual poop on Urzak as he does, and then he's going to attack from the other side. Oh, it finally happened!
Wait. Wouldn't that be advantage? Because it's
That's a
um.
spiritual
It's
weapon.
a spiritual weapon. It doesn't have a
Oh.
corporeal form to get
Okay,
what
well,
you're talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
I'm trying.
Well, maybe
so
the spiritual
it
poop.
unfortunately, it wasted all of its gumption on that spiritual poop. It just took on Urzak.
Alright, well then we'll just we'll throw a sacred flame his way. 3 radiant, DC 14 dex.
18.
Wow.
It manages
You know
to
what?
dodge.
Maybe Cog secretly doesn't want Urzak unfrozen, so he failed both attacks on the one that got him.
Wow. Wow.
That's the only thing I can think of. The way Roll20, decided to do that. So yeah, he's just gonna move. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll move it even a little more. If it wants to have other options to attack something, it's just spread the love.
Well, I mean, there's Urzak who's paralyzed, there's Delphine, and there's Vide. That's its targets right now. Claw attack at Delphine and Vide. First one's at Delphine. 13 misses. Second one's at Vide. 15.
Miss.
Also misses.
Yay!
You're able to deflect with using that Moon Touch Scimitar. It hasn't been helping you to strike, but at least it's protecting you. Davos is still hiding, and Irina is going to do a Sacred Flame. My rolls have just been garbage.
You're telling me.
Nat 20. Delphine, you're up next with Danika on deck.
I'm gonna firebolt them again. Do I go with the 24 or the 24?
I mean, take your.
I would do 24.
24
I was gonna
sounds
say
good.
24, actually.
9 fire.
More like 18 fire as
Okay, 18 fire.
the flames just continue to engulf this scarecrow. It is looking severely hurt at this point.
Not dead.
I'm not dead yet. I think I'll go for a walk.
Just make you go for a walk.
I
Yes,
feel
please, step
happy.
away.
I feel happy. Danika, you're up next with Vide on deck.
Danika's gonna viciously mock and she's gonna go, I know you want to live, but you're just clutching at straws.
19.
Son of a biscuit, why?
The only good numbers I've gotten have been on saving throws this entire game.
Well, stop.
Oh, stop. Vide, can you close this thing up? It literally has 2 goddamn hit points.
I doubt it, but I'm gonna try.
Let's go.
I'm done. Yep, I'm done. Nope, no more. I'm done.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Can I have a pity advantage? Just because you feel sorry for me?
Hey, you know what? Par for the course. It can't hit you. You can't hit it.
Urzak, watching all of your friends just whiff as horribly as they have been, is anything new going through your mind?
Hey, Delphine is not whiffing. Thank you.
Yeah, Delphine isn't.
Time to get a new teammate.
At this point, he's like, I don't even know. He's just mad.
I know. This last round of combat has been really weird. Top of the turn order, Corwan, can you take this thing out?
Yeah, let's see what we can't do. Oh, I think that's gonna hit. Unless this is really bad. You know what? Actually, with my pluses, it'll be at least. Oop. Yeah, as I say, it's +4, so it would have. Just the modifiers would have killed it.
So, with this last one, go for it. Tell us how this.
Another one is just like, the bird's just like sitting there, like putting its, arm, its skeletal arms, like, "What's up, bitch?" Talking shit, and then it just plunges right into its chest and pokes out into Urzak. Yeah, I guess it'd be Delphine's face, and it's just like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" Stops right before it hits her cover, but she probably gets covered with some of that, wonderful sauce that came out of the scarecrow's chest.
Oh yeah, black ichor and feathers and all sorts of horribleness. Just coats.
I mean, I can get lost in the sauce.
Oh god, you guys are lucky I was here. Frankly, I mean, just want you to all know how much I love you.
Absolutely, Cog MVP. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean.
And as that
Sorry, that wasn't supposed to sound sarcastic. I was yawning.
But with the last scarecrow dead and fallen down to the ground, Urzak, you feel the terror finally leaving your body, melting away, and you're able to move once again. Which is an excellent time to go on break. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, folks, and when we return, we'll find out what happens as the expedition licks its wounds. Stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, the team just got bitch slapped by a group of scarecrows, paralyzing a few of them through fright, but eventually they emerged victorious. And so all of you now are standing inside the ruins of what was once probably a cottage. All that's left are low stone walls, some of them up to 7 feet tall, others no more than 3 or 4. You've had a few moments to kind of walk around and look beyond the walls, and you are able to see that through the fog, there is a short stretch of a cobblestone road that appeared to still be intact directly in front of this building. So, expedition members, what do you want to do?
First things first. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to see how badly people were hurt.
Oh, okay. Urzak is going to lay on hands himself for 9 hit points. Bringing myself back to full. And then he's going to punch the ground really extremely hard and storm off.
That's fair.
Just not super far away. Just like doesn't want to be around the others right now, but still within
Congress
reasonable
like,
distance.
okay, there's a lot to unpack with that one. Del, how are you doing? You took a pretty nasty scratch from that thing.
Yeah, it hurts really bad.
Well, only got a couple, but we'll toss one out there. We'll give you, and it's gonna have a little bit of extra on it because he is the life cleric. So you've got that plus 3, so it's gonna be in the because he's got the less, so it's 2 plus this. But was it not gonna actually do that? Oh crap! I was gonna make my dad tried to make it like a modifier to do the little spell thing that he gets, the disciple alive, and it was gonna be cog special sauce, but it didn't pop up. So, but you get another 3.
For that.
So you get 8 there total.
No one wants to see
Cog.
Cog's special sauce pop up.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Cog's good touch is honestly bad enough.
Cog just wants to get Delphine lost in the sauce, all of the sauce.
It's true.
I don't know if I could give you more, but I only got a couple slots left just in case.
No,
you
that's
fight the
that helped a lot more than you think it did. Thank you.
What are you at now? Do you need an extra one or?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay, well let me know.
Irina's gonna walk over to you, Vide, and she's gonna say, "You appear to be injured as well. Let me help you."
I appreciate that, ma'am.
She is gonna pump a cure wounds into you, or 8 points of healing.
Not only am I physically hurt, but my my ego's a little hurt too.
Oh, I got that. What was it? The grappa. Yeah, he'll pull out the bottle of the grappa. He's like, "This'll help with that." It's like no amount of spells can boost that one though. And then he's gonna be like,
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was saying, he's looking at Irina. You remember we talked to you the other night? I guess was it last night in game?
Yeah.
When we were talking to you, it's like, we thought maybe you were a sorcerer and you didn't know it, but I'm actually starting to think you're. And this is, I don't know how you would be, but you might be a cleric because you're doing spells that really only people like myself can do.
I honestly don't understand it either. I'm not like you. I do not have a god. I do not pray.
You'd be surprised what could give a person clerical ability. So are you? These are just manifesting maybe at heightened times of being frightened or awareness. Like you came to the boy's defense with those spells, and then you're actively healing Vide just now. So when you do these things, what do you feel?
Once I perform one of these spells, it's in my mind now. I know the motions. I know the words, and it happens. I'm
starting to think this is a little unfair. It took me a long time to start training and learning some of these things. He's gonna look at Delphine. He's like, I'm sure you had a lot of book learning too. This is kind of unfair that she can just like if she doesn't want. I mean, is she a savant? I mean, is that a thing in spellcasters?
I mean, if her powers are sorcerer in nature, I mean, they don't really come. I mean, they come from somewhere, but you don't really have to learn them. It just kind of happens, and it kind of sucks because I've got to put a lot of work into my magic.
Did you, were you able to do any of these things before the, and I guess if Davos is there, the love mark that you have?
She reaches up and touches the side of her neck, and she says, "No, actually, traveling with you was the first time I had ever done anything like this."
Have you ever been in a situation like this before where you've been fighting for your life and the life of others?
She chuckles at that. No, most of my life was spent in the village. I would train with my brother. I would help my father. I would clean and that sort of thing. I would occasionally venture out into town, but I was never in that sort of danger.
Like, never? You were never frightened? Like, very frightened to have something odd happen?
I mean, this is Barovia, Vide.
No, of course not. There's been many times I have been afraid for my life, or afraid for my brother. But nothing like that had ever happened to me.
Okay, well, narrowed down, I guess.
Well, I mean, definitely we need to kind of, study is such a harsh word for this. We need to observe, these powers manifesting in you and see if we can't kind of figure it out a little more. Because, you've done offensive spells, you've done healing magic. This is a conundrum. I'd love to get you back to L'Europa and have some of my colleagues work with you, but we'll see if we ever see that place again. But for now, let's be patient and let's not push you to try and do other stuff. It'll come as it goes.
Very well. I will. I do agree, though. We must, at some point, try to figure out everything what is causing this.
Just try and be aware of, like next time you do one of these spells, just if you feel anything, or if you can, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here. If something's like prickling at the back of your mind, or you feel like somebody's watching you when you do it and they help you do the spell, anything like that. I know that sounds weird. I know it sounds very strange to me, but this has happened to other people before, and those are some of the sensations they have recorded. So we'll keep an eye. We'll figure it out. I promise.
She nods thoughtfully. You can tell the young woman has a lot on her mind right now. Davos, for his part, has come out from his blanket, and he's kind of standing on the disc going, "Bang, bang, bang, bang! Magic!"
Yeah, magic. All right, you guys deal with that one. Keep him quiet. Remember, buddy. Delph.
Oh, yes. Keeping quiet. Being like the mouse. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, I guess Corwan will make his way over to, Urzak in a minute. I guess if they want. Is there anything else they want to talk amongst themselves or bring up, and then he's going to check on Urzak.
Delphine, Danika, Vide, anything else lingering on your mind right now?
Vide's just kind of pissed off at the scimitar right now.
That's fair.
But, it does glow, so does that, help with my visibility at all in any way?
It does illuminate things, so maybe a little bit more. Let's give you 25 feet. Why not?
Yeah, normally it would be great, but right now it's the fog.
Yeah, look it. It's just wishful thinking, all right?
Absolutely.
Every little bit helps.
Absolutely, every little bit helps.
I wouldn't mind necessarily. I don't know. Does anybody want to take a? Do we need to take a rest, or are we all good to go?
I mean, I should be pretty good to go now, thanks to Cog.
It's that good touch, baby.
Danika?
Magic.
Danika is just thinking to herself, y'all, I gotta get better at my insults. They're lacking lately. But she's ready to continue. We're good.
Okay. So, Cog, Urzak, what's going on?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, Urzak's just kind of like sulking to himself, I suppose.
Yeah, he's kind of just taken off to, kind of this corner of the structure over here, and is just kind of, I don't know, just chilling, standing.
Hey, couldn't help but notice a second ago there, buddy, this frustration. Is everything all right? I mean, whatever that thing did, I mean, you can't blame yourself for that. I mean, these are dangerous creatures.
I'm here to protect you all. And if stuff like that happens, I can't do my job.
Well, I'd like to think we're here to protect each other, buddy. But I mean, I get your frustration. I do. I understand. I mean, how long has this been going? Was it just this that's got you upset? I mean, you've had the bad dreams lately.
Joe, move your mic a little closer.
Oh, yeah, you've had these bad dreams. I mean, I know this kind of is shaking your confidence. How long has this been going on?
I mean, not long after we got here, I guess.
Yeah, this place does have that effect on you.
Have you noticed any? I mean, you're a cleric.
Yeah.
Have you noticed any sort of like problems? Connecting or anything?
Yeah, I mean, if you remember when we first kind of got here, both Delphine and I tried to do like little just simple magic-y stuff, and things did kind of go haywire back then. And I mean, I'm still able to do my spells that I've learned and my abilities, but I do notice like if I would call out the Lady Undala right now, I know I'm not gonna get an answer. Now I don't always get one, granted, but usually I at least get a sensation that maybe she's watching. But here, this place, it just kind of seems to have like a cloud of dread. It kind of seems to be separating me from hearing her. Are you saying? I guess you haven't heard the father either?
No. Not for lack of trying.
I mean, I know the father is kind of the church in particular. I mean, how old are you? I guess how old? I don't know if is he in his 20s, 30s. What is he?
I think I said 30s. I have this 32.
Well, then you would have been around. Well, yeah, you would have been a young boy when the breaking happened, and that was, when the, when that the dreamer and his army, they found out that, very high-ranking members in the church were kind of fighting for that side, if you remember that. The Church of the Five has taken quite a hit in Barovia. Yes. Now, the big cities like Morag and Falene still going strong. The churches are fine. My people, Lady Undala, we're able to bring forth, I've got a church back home that I go to. I wasn't able to do that before because the church, your church, not to point fingers, kind of struck down other deities like ourselves, from being able to worship. But
that was
just, well, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, son.
that was in the past. I've been sent to join this Conclave Expedition in a show of good faith, and I'm supposed to be
That's a good thing.
showing that I am capable and that the church is still strong and willing to move forward.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, just because a lot of bad people who were within the church did bad things, I've tried to tell people, I still see it as, the gods, they're still there. They didn't lose their, it wasn't them that was doing this. It was people. And people are infallible. Well, people, creatures, I mean, whatever. Whoever follow, they're infallible. They make mistakes. And actually, there's, I don't want to really blow your mind here. How much do you know about the Conclave? If you just joined this expedition, right? You're not actually a member. You're in the fist, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's this amazing hero of mine. His name's Tomas, a human researcher within the Conclave, very high up. He's pretty cool. I've got his autograph. He actually had a theory about the gods. Now, about Loropa's history. We now realize it was the Dreamer that we fought. Everybody fought way back when. We think 15,000 years. We don't really know too much because a lot of that information was destroyed when we went underground. But Tomas had a theory, and it's not really popular, but I read it, of course, because, he's awesome. Do you know what a tulpa is?
Out of character, I don't. Would this be something that Urzak would possibly know?
Well, it's something that could fuck with him and
so,
hopefully not destroy his religion.
Well, make me a religion check, Urzak.
Okay. Religion. Oh, I do this with disadvantage because I'm exhausted. It's a 7 anyway.
Yeah, you've never heard that term before.
No,
well,
can't say I have.
What it is, let's say, it's in a lot of, in some of druids, this stuff is really kind of their bag. Where things of nature kind of gain power when people give them power. Think of it like, a lot of people coming together in belief of a thing. Sometimes that thing materializes. And I don't know if this, we obviously can't figure this out if this is real or not, or if it's documented fact. But Tomas had a theory that the 5 heroes that saved Loropo 15,000 years ago, maybe not even them, maybe it was just, 5 powerful people at the time. The people of Loropa, when they were underground, came to rely on them so much and put so much faith in them that they actually became the Church of the 5 gods. The people of Loropa believed them into existence. It gave them that power. Now, obviously, it's very controversial. Not a whole lot of people put a whole lot of faith in it. I'm not even sure I do, but I find it fascinating. But I would like to think if that were possible, it's not so much the gods giving power to the people, it's you giving power to Balrus. And in turn, he lends some back to you. So while you're here, don't think of it as he's not listening to you. Don't ever think of that. The gods are always listening. Even if he can't talk to you right now, he's always there. But if you keep that faith in him, he's never going to leave your side, buddy. Lady Yandala's been with me for my entire 112 years, and she's going to keep being with me going forward. It's because I believe and put my faith in her. You got to do the same with your guy. Just don't lose faith, buddy. I know it seems dark now, but there's light at the end of that tunnel, I promise.
May I ask you to roll a persuasion check for me?
Oh, God, okay, I don't get the fucking D20. Why didn't I do that?
Is that okay for me to ask?
Yeah, no, I'll do it. Okay. Oh, God, I got a +1. But I'm not even. Oh, I clicked on it. Oh! Oh! You know what?
Yes!
I just became a believer in myself. See, he's just kind of, I like think he's sitting down next to you. You know, he's obviously dwarfed by you, but he just puts his hand on your leg. He's like, I promise. Everything's going to be okay, buddy.
Well, Urzak, now roll an insight check.
Okay.
Watch, it's going to be a crit.
That would be nice. But I still have disadvantage on everything. 16.
16.
Not for lack of trying, though.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. There's a ring of truth in Urzak's or in Corwan's words. You remember teachings of the Church of the Five. You certainly remember the chaos that was going on right before the breaking. Now, you were a child at the time. This was more than 10 years ago when the breaking itself happened. So before then, you remember there was a lot of chaos and kind of weird stuff going on. And afterwards, almost immediately after the breaking happened, that's when it was revealed that the High Priestess overall over the Church of the Five was actually a worshiper of the Dreamer. While it didn't affect too much on your side of the continent on North Emia, in other parts of the world, like the Church of the Five has been stricken down. Ravancia, where the capital, the Mecca of the Church of the Five was, the temple has been destroyed just by the people. They kind of 86'd the Church of the Five from that area. And you've heard about the legendary five heroes, five warriors who appeared during the Great Calamity 15,000 years ago, each one representing one of the five prime races of Loropa. And there is certainly a lot of correlation and connection between the five heroes and the five gods. That term he used, Tulpa, a being that exists purely because people believe in it. That's the thing that lingers on your mind, and with that 21 persuasion, that's the biggest part of your takeaway.
Okay. Urzak puts a hand on your shoulder and says, and it looks like he's kind of sitting up a little straighter now, and says, "Thank you. That does help.
Anytime, buddy.
You know, maybe I'm just tired. I don't know.
It's this place. It has an effect on you more so if you let it. I mean, I get. I mean, my people are a little hardy. You know, we get scared, but we can also push through. Just don't let the bleakness of this place drag you down.
Yeah, I'm not used to having to be afraid of things.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It is a way of life, or it's a part of life. And here, everything is trying to kill you. I mean, even the fog is probably going to try and kill us here in a second. And he just looks around almost like he jinxed himself. He's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, where did everybody else go, actually? We should...
yeah, they're still over here. But yeah, I mean, just remember what I said. Just, you believe in him, he'll believe in you. Okay?
He nods. And...
Yeah.
Looks kind of thoughtful about it.
Good talk, buddy. Like, if you need any more, I'm always around.
You both rejoin your friends. The thing to consider is this. where are you going to go from here? You're kind of held up in this building, which is one of the more sturdy of the ones around here. At least it has 4 sort of walls. But where do you go from here?
Can I see? Since I wasn't here last time, can I see where we are on like the world map?
Yes, absolutely. So
wow,
where
you guys
you
made it
technically
right.
are on the map is right here.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
we're
we
trying
made
to
it pretty
get-
far south from where we
Trying to get
were.
down here. Right?
That's where we
No.
crossed, I think.
Wow, you guys went a long way last time.
Oh yeah.
Well, so
Yeah, we had-
this, just so we're clear, this mark over here, this is one that Delphine
Oh,
made. It's actually
yeah.
nothing.
Oh,
she was
okay.
she put one near because Aldra was described as one of the things in the cards, and so yeah,
Okay.
she just put it close by.
I'll move that. This right here, these are the standing stones that you had all seen previously, where that woman was, and then you
Yeah,
came
she was-
across the river here, and so you're really technically you would be right here, if you right there on the map.
Okay.
You had
Can
seen
you-
it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can you make the color of the stones a different color? Just that gray just blends in.
There you go.
That's better.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, you know what it is anyway. But when you were heading down the hill towards the marsh area, you had seen it that the whole side of that river is just caked in fog. But you could see a couple structures sticking out from the top of the fog. One looked to be like a larger building, possibly a manor house, on the top of a hill. And then opposite it, on the to the north of that, you saw another just kind of broken, ruined something that you're guessing possibly a church, but you weren't 100% certain. You were
Okay.
also told by the lady that you met that the hag that lives here, Baba Lysaga, lives in a hut somewhere in the center of town. So you could either go to the southwest towards the mansion. You could go northwest to the chapel, the ruins of the church, or you could try to find this hut that's somewhere in the center of town.
And the woman we met said that they did steal something important from their family, and also it was a bunch of her family members came here, I think, looking for it, and some
Yeah,
were
that
missing.
apparently that hag is very powerful.
Yeah, I think some are still missing, right? Whether they're like
Mhm.
6 or 8.
I don't remember the exact number.
Yeah.
Delphine would probably remember, but Dyto does not.
Yeah, I've got listed. She's family members are missing, but I didn't say how many.
There, a dozen or more are missing.
All right. What's our next move? I know I've been kind of out of it today, but
Well, we can stay here, take a kind of a breather, a little rest, or we can kind of find somewhere it might be a little more defendable. I mean, I'd love to check out both the manor and the ruins of the church. Because I mean, what's a hut supposed to look like? I don't really want to go looking for her just yet, unless we have to.
I mean, I'm good with not going after the hag right this second.
is anybody in need of a rest immediately? Arena, Davos, are you okay?
Irina nods. I did not take any damage. I will be fine. And Davos says, I'm good too. They did not come near me. I'm ready to protect you, Urzak.
Kind of ruffles his head a little bit and goes, we'll work on that. All right. Somebody call it church or manor.
Manor.
Yeah, the manor does look a little more defensible. Unfortunately, might be a lot of stuff inside that we don't want, but hey, we'll figure that out when we get there, huh?
I was gonna say, yeah, last time we went to a house, it didn't go well for us.
Yeah, I mean...
But the last church we went to had a vampire spawn in the basement.
Oh, that's right.
You bring up a solid point.
Yeah, I mean, either way, there's going to be something bad there, so...
Yeah,
That's
everything
where you
sucks.
guys- That's where you guys tried to...
Right?
You tried to convince the brother, I guess, was it a father or was he brother? I can't remember.
Dad, I think?
No, what was his title within? It's like brother something, or was it father?
Brother Danovich.
Yeah, yeah. You guys tried to convince Brother Danovich that you fell into the outhouse somehow. Now I remember the vampire spawn.
You remember the poop, but you don't remember the vampire.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Solid priorities.
Yeah, well, I mean, were they all solid?
No, some of it was kind of mushy.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ. I apologize to everybody. Well, then I'd say let's check out the manor first.
Which way to the manor?
You said southwest?
Hey, I said that earlier.
Anyway, so, you're planning on heading to the southwest. You did notice that there was the remains of a cobblestone road, right outside this building. And you decide, well, it does lead in that direction. So you all gather together and start making your way along the cobblestone path, heading towards the southwest. The cobblestone is like right over here.
Oops.
Now, what I would want from everybody is to make stealth checks for me.
Oh my.
That was scary.
Yeah, sorry, kid started calling me there for a second.
That's an 11.
Oh, natural 20.
Well, I'm never gonna do good on these anyway, so. Just paladin things.
Just paladin things. What can you do? Davos rolled a 1.
He takes after me. It's fine.
I mean, he is your squire.
I am blaming him.
Oh, that heavy armor.
This party is so not built for stealth.
Hey, why does yours not have, say, heavy armor for your stealth disadvantage?
Probably just a D&D Beyond thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this the cobblestone pass? I'm so lost.
It's up here.
Oh, okay.
It's up here?
I was on the way.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Zoink. And then we're
Anyway.
going southwest.
Southwest.
Where do we go?
You continue making your way, heading along this path, trying to be as stealthy as you can, but, you know, Davos being Davos is just sitting there humming to himself as he sits on the floating disc. We are all going to kill a bunch of monsters. We can do magic and have fun like that.
We?
Danika,
I
you
did
have to
magic
stop teaching him
too.
all these songs.
Danika's gonna hum a little bit with him. We're gonna get him.
Not helping.
Vide's like trying to, do that quiet, whisper yell at him, but not really succeeding. Stop it! Be quiet!
Danika's gonna bonk her head. She's gonna point at him and cast a message. We're supposed to be quiet, Davos.
I know, I am trying to be quiet, he says at the top of his lungs. With a
Kid!
This child.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I know this will pay off eventually, guys. I swear. We're gonna love having this child at some point.
Inner peace. Cog's just thinking to himself, like, inner peace. You can't kill a child.
No,
Yeah.
you can't because
I mean, you
will kill
can.
He's like, well, you actually could, but would it be right?
Unfortunately, Davos catches the attention of some more scarecrows. Sorry, guys. I need you to roll for initiative.
If I spend this next combat paralyzed the entire time again,
It will be really, really funny.
it will.
I swear to God, if I'm the only one at the top again. Thank you. Thank you.
Is initiative at disadvantage? Is this an ability
That's
check? or-
Yes, it's
Unfortunately, an
technically an
ability
ability
check.
check.
Okay, I think I did that last time. I just wanted to make double. Sure.
Yeah.
No, it's one better than I got last time.
Hey, I remembered to roll for these characters today. This time. That's good.
Oh, wow. That's even darker than what Cog was thinking there, Vide. You're gonna go all Carol on their asses.
I didn't get that reference.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Did you
Walking
watch
Dead.
Walking Dead?
Dude, not cool.
Look
Did
at the
not.
flowers.
Look at the flowers, dear. Just look at the flowers.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. You said that.
Yeah,
like,
there's
and
a
I
lot
went,
of memes.
Oh,
There's a lot of memes.
Well, looks like we're probably not going to get to the thing I thought we were going to today, but that's okay, because with that nat 1, it was a nat 1 from Davos, there was the 7 from Corwan, there was the 8 from Urzak, there was the 11 from Vide. It's just, there's no way to get around this one. But once again, Cog is at the top of initiative with Delphine on deck, and there are 2 of these things. You can hear the sounds of them, even though you can't see them, and they seem to be heading in your direction.
Perfect.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Can we hear where they're coming, like what direction they're coming from?
I will say that you can tell that there is one coming from the northwest and one coming from the southwest, but it's hard to tell an exact location.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, since he can't see any of them just yet, he's just gonna have a sacred flame prepped, ready to go.
That's fair. Delphine, you're up. Can't hear you.
I'm gonna move up. Wait, I was right here. That's 15. We're trying to get in front. Danika, and I'm gonna hold a firebolt for when I see something come into range.
Okay, sounds good. Next up is something coming into range. They're moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet to right there. The moment you see them, you are able to make this shot. You're not at disadvantage for it because you see them when they're getting close to you.
13.
13 does hit.
Oh, cool.
And then
14 fire damage.
14 points of fire damage. Gotta love that. Go ahead and roll that sacred flame.
a 14 dex for 7.
Three, failure.
Sweet.
Good job, gang.
7 more points of damage.
Like he's hit with red and goldish kind of like flames at the same time. Now mine aren't real flames, but ironically called Sacred Flame.
Low key, I hate the name of that spell. It makes no sense.
I mean, I wish that it would do like kind of like ongoing, like 1d4 radiant, and because it seems like it should have something that sticks around, but
yeah, what can you do? But now it is the Scarecrow's turn, and Delphine, you're closer, and you just hit it with the thing it hates the most. So I need a Wisdom saving throw from you.
18.
18. You're able to shrug it off. You don't feel any fear from these creatures in this moment because you've killed a few of them.
I'm from the Feywild. You've got to do better than that, dear.
That's fair. Claw attack. 13. That's a miss. Davos is up next, and he just stands up and looks at this creature, and he throws his hands out and he yells, "Firebolt!" And that's it for his turn.
Oh. I wasn't there to help him.
I know.
Oh, why did it not work this time?
You just have to keep practicing.
Ran out of juice, bud. We just got to recharge you.
Danika, you're up next with Irina on deck, actually.
Danika is going to try to still make it look like she did some damage for Davos, and she's going to cast Besness Whispers on it.
Interesting.
She's going to try to help out Davos a little bit. Make it look like he did something. Maybe there was after effects.
She just whispers to the Scarecrow, "Hey, just do it for the kid, okay? God damn."
5 failure.
So it takes 9 psychic damage.
It's on fire right now, and suddenly it just shakes and screams out in pain. Ah! And Davos looks at his hands and then looks at the thing and is like, "Did I do that?"
Yes, you did. Yep, 100%.
Make a deception check.
Oh, that's good for her.
Yeah, that's great for me. I think it's at least a 17. So let's just say...
No. Well, look at that, yeah.
17.
Yeah.
Yep, 17. He's like, "Oh, I did. Wow, I meant to do fire. I just made the flames burn. I don't know. I don't know how magic works."
No, you don't.
I literally hate this child.
My brother in Balrus, you play the child.
I know. That's the problem. Is that the end of your turn, Danika?
Yeah.
Next up, we have Irina with Vide on deck. Irina is going to move forward 5, 10, 15 feet to right there. That way she has good line of sight. She's going to cast a Sacred Flame. Which is Dex save. 7 failure, 7 points of radiant damage, which is more than enough to take this thing out. So Irina, looking at Davos, she says, "Watch how it is done," and puts her hands out and casts the spell. This bolt of radiant energy comes shooting from her hands, striking the thing right in the chest, blowing it back. It falls down to the ground, dead.
Let's go, Irina. Where's the other one, though?
Vide, you're up with Urzak on deck.
Well, since I can't see any of these, but I know one's coming after me, I'm just gonna light a torch. Forget it. I'm not even gonna try my sword. I'm lighting a torch.
Okay.
And I'm gonna wait for it to come to me.
You, using your action, you pull out a torch, pull out your tinderbox, strike it a few times, the flame burns, whoosh, and you have a lit torch in your hand.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna stay here.
Urzak, you're up.
Does the torch like help find this thing at all?
I mean,
or...
it definitely makes the 20 feet you can see around you a lot brighter.
Okay.
I mean, I would say it probably gives everybody 25 feet. It spreads out a little bit more. But no. I gotta go through and change everything.
Do I?
Sorry,
hear...
not sorry.
It's all good.
But do you see
you're
it right
not-
now? No, you do not.
I was like, can I hear what direction it's coming from? Maybe.
If you'd like to use your bonus action to make a perception check, you can try to narrow it down.
Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. It's an 11.
Hard to tell. Possibly from the southwest-ish, maybe?
Okay. I'll move. I don't want to leave Davos alone, actually.
I mean, he does have 3 of us right around him.
And he can't be outside of 20 feet of me.
Oh, because of the disc. That's right.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, as long as he stays on the disc.
And
I mean, it is Davos.
Right.
It's true, it is Davos.
I forgot to close my
15.
camera when I got up.
I found him. 20, 25, 30, and I can't get any farther than that. God bless America. Okay. Oh yeah, I have javelins. I'll throw a javelin.
Throw a javelin.
Throw it.
18.
Definitely hits.
8 damage.
You throw your javelin and it flies true, straight through the thing's chest. You see the hole that it leaves, and you hear a bit of a crack, 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 crack as it exits the far side and sticks into the ground. And actually, that reminds me of something. You threw a javelin into the river last session. I forgot to tell you. Your javelin was gone, so technically you only have 4 right now.
Oh, that's fine. I feel like I probably have less than that at this point because I've been just throwing them willy-nilly, but
it was the first time you threw it in a place you could not get it. And that's why I consider... Like, javelins, they don't break when you use them. It's not like an arrow. It's a big piece of metal on a stick. So it's a lot harder to break. But anyway, it passes through, and you see the hole there, but did not seem to do as much damage as you were hoping it would.
yeah. That's my turn.
That is your turn. Next up, we have the Scarecrow with Urzak, with Corwan on deck. And Urzak, you're going to hate me.
I didn't think this through.
Wisdom
Please
saving
have
throw.
mercy.
Oh no.
Please have mercy. Walrus, if you're looking out for me.
I believe in you.
I got an 11.
I think that's safe.
That's the
Oh,
exact
no.
DC, so it
Okay.
does save.
Oh.
Oh, thank God.
All right, we're
Thank
good,
Walrus.
You see it beginning to do that same thing the others had done to you previously, but you're at least somewhat in tune now with their tactics, and you avert your eyes just in time, which is a good thing because the next thing it does is run straight towards you and slashes at you with its claws
Okay.
for a 21.
Oh, that does hit.
8 points of slashing, and then I need another wisdom saving throw.
Oh man. I feel like I should be better at wisdom saving throws, but
I feel like you should too.
8.
8. That is a failure. Being hit by the claws, while you were able to avert your gaze when it tried to terrify you the first time, you just feel a sense of fear fill your soul once again. You are absolutely frightened of the Scarecrow.
Well,
That's better than paralyzed.
yeah,
And-
I was gonna.
and-
We'll take it.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay.
Mhm.
I have a
And I mean, it
question.
only lasts till the end of its next turn.
Since it's almost the end of the night,
Mhm.
can I give Urzak my nat 20 so he doesn't have to be frightened?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
No.
Urzak,
you.
you can have my nat 20.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay. Good news is, Danika somehow just calling out in the gloom, Urzak, don't be afraid, bolsters you, and you are not afraid of this scarecrow.
That is an ultimate bard move right there.
It's true. That's why I allowed it. Anyway, top of the turn order, it's Corwan first with Delphine on deck.
He ran. Which way did he end up going?
South.
To face that way?
Down.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 5, 10, 15. Well, I got 25 feet of movement. Oh, is he in here? I get to. Yeah. We'll see him over. You might want to duck just a smidge, pal. And he's gonna sacred flame him.
I don't think I can get down that low.
Oh,
All of this armor.
You know,
failure.
I should have just left you cowering in the corner. Shouldn't
Not cowering,
give you
I was
all
sulking.
that
There's a
confidence.
difference.
No, there it is. You were cowering. Yeah, so it's just. Yeah, I'd like to think the radiant just kisses his face. He's like, yeah. He saw what that could do. What did to him. Don't make me do it to you.
Delphine, you're up.
I am also gonna move down. So that I can see. I'm gonna shoot a firebolt. This fire seems to be doing a pretty good job.
It's true.
12? I think my miss.
12 does hit.
Oh, it does. Okay, cool. 10 fire damage.
10 points of fire damage. You shoot this bolt of fire right over Urzak's head, just missing him, but it strikes the creature instead, doing that 10 points of damage.
I'm gonna move up, like, close to this wall, just to try and keep my disc, like,
Oh yeah, that did happen too. So
on
he's-
the one side of the wall.
Okay, yeah, it could probably be right here. It is Davos's turn, and he's got his little stick sword, and he's like, "Where did they go? I cannot see. You moved wrong. I cannot see over this wall."
You moved wrong.
I moved wrong. I'll move better next time.
Danika, you're up next.
Danika's gonna move a little bit. 5, 10, 15, 20. How, is it 30 feet?
Yeah, you have 30 feet.
25 and 30. And I am going to use my rapier to slash at it. I'm gonna change things up a little bit since my insults aren't very good today.
Fair enough. Yeah, you rolled the
Oh
damage.
shit, I hit the wrong one, I'm sorry. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I got a 19 to hit.
19 does hit. We can just use that 7 that you rolled before.
Okie dokie.
Your rapier is just a regular rapier, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You stab at it, trying to find some purchase. You do feel the tip of the blade pierce the thing and cut through some of those twigs and branches on the inside of it, but it does not seem to take nearly as much damage as you were hoping it would.
That's okay. And that's the end of my turn.
Next up, we have Irina. I feel like Irina should just come down and protect Davos. So she has her short sword out, and she's just going to keep next to Davos, just in case anything else comes out. Vide, you're up next with Urzak on deck.
Okay, well, with my lit torch in hand, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right here to set myself up for advantage. And I'm just gonna, like, light them on fire with my my torch.
So you're still going to have to make an attack roll. All this is going to be is a d20 plus your strength modifier, plus your proficiency, because, you know, it functions as a club. So you're going to roll strength, just roll a strength, add your proficiency modifier, and you got to beat an 11.
No.
And you have advantage, correct?
You do have
I
advantage.
do have advantage.
Yes.
God, really?
I tried to help you out, you know?
Yeah, even adding your proficiency to that's not gonna.
No.
It's a
No.
6.
No.
You're holding that torch and you're just swinging it, and the thing is just kind of bouncing back and forth out of the way.
Okay, yeah, well, from here on out, Vide is a pacifist. That's it. I'm done. I'm not attacking anymore. I'm done.
Vide's retired, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Retired.
Wow.
Yeah, you heard it here first. What is
Yep.
episode 15?
Okay.
Vide is retired.
Vide walks off into the sunset. We gotta figure out a new character now.
Are we on episode 15 already?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Urzak, you're up.
All right, with Danika at my side, giving me the assist, and Vide behind the guy, giving me advantage, I'm gonna swipe with my axe with advantage.
Do it.
Do better than I did.
I
Yes.
did, but it's still a 15.
Still hits.
That other one was a nat 1, but I'm a smite. I'm feeling smitey right now.
Smite.
So that is 2d8 and so 3d8 plus 5. 15, because I didn't add the 5. It's just 3d8.
Fair enough. Okay.
Some of that is radiant, if that makes any difference.
It doesn't make any difference. However, 15 is exactly how much hit points this thing has left. So, feeling vindicated, Urzak, please tell us how this looks.
It's a little bit like extra violent. Like obviously Urzak's like taking some anger out on this thing that has been festering for probably about an hour or so at this point, and just clean chop down the middle and just continues just chopping angrily until
Vide slowly backs up.
That's fair.
Danika's like, I guess that is the last straw.
Looks like these sticks and stones didn't break any of our bones.
Wow.
I got hurt a little bit. But...
I'll see myself out.
As
He's the
everybody,
pacifist.
as everybody just stares at Vide, I guess this is probably a good time to end things for this evening.
You got your manhood back. You got your manhood back.
Well,
How
didn't-
Urzak got his groove back. That's the title
Yeah.
of this one.
how
How
Urzak got
Urzak-
his groove back.
Yes.
I like it. Well, well done, everybody. You got a little ways into the ruined town of Aldra. You've killed some scarecrows, and you've had a few moments of existential crisis. So, you know, is what it is. But as always, we're going to go around and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find you on the internet. And Natalie, since you're the one who did the recap, why don't you go first?
Danika's recap, number 403. No.
Captain's log.
Hi, I'm Natalie. You can find me here on Random Rhapsody every other Wednesday at approximately 6 p.m. Sometimes it's like 6:15, but that's okay. Other than that, you can maybe find me on Twitter under Batty Baby, but I'm usually not there. So Random Rhapsody is the place to be. Thank you.
Fair enough. Joe, you're next.
Other than the awesome Cog, who was the MVP tonight, I gotta say. Mondays, I am Blood from a Stone. Things are getting very, very interesting over there. We are going to be doing a prison break next episode, and possibly killing some people we've been looking to kill for a very long time. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So come on and join us. 7 o'clock Monday.
Yep, absolutely. Brandie.
Okay, but I'm sorry.
What's
Can I
up?
just interject?
Sure.
The real MVP tonight was Eric Raven.
Yeah, that's right.
It's true.
Eric
Sorry for that,
Scarecrow.
Raven.
Eric Draven, the Scarecrow.
Jesus.
It's an original name. Nobody steal it.
Go ahead, Brandie.
Hi, I'm Brandie. You can find me here every other Wednesday on this show on Curse of Strahd. Pretty soon here, in a couple months, I'll be on every other Monday. I don't know which Monday of the month it'll be, but
Alternating.
oh yeah, I know. Oh, you mean like not like the Monday I play Strahd, the other Monday?
To be honest, I have to look at the
We
calendar to
haven't
figure it out.
Okay, well, it's gonna be some Mondays, every other Mondays here soon. I'm gonna be playing a kitsune swashbuckler. It'll be fun. But yeah, I'm also on on Twitter and not really on. I don't do anything there, but I'm on Instagram, TikTok, all that. River Dragon 82.
Thinking of that, the other Mondays, I'm going to be joining. We're going to be playing a brand new system called Sagas that I think releases from Kickstarter on January 1st. And we're going to be starting January 1st. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
And I just looked at the calendar. Aethertech Wars, the first official episode, is January the 8th.
Okay,
Go ahead.
is that a Curse of Strahd week or not?
That's
Curse?
opposite Curse of Strahd.
Okay, well there you go. I'll be on here every week then.
Mhm.
Mondays on one weeks, Wednesdays on the other weeks.
Yeah, because as I said, January 1st, that's our 0 session, right?
Yes, that is.
'Cause
Yes,
that's when the Kickstarter that's when Sagas launches. So brand new system.
Yes, I think I'm pretty sure it launches on the 1st. I'll double check on that date. But that's
Anyway,
when
sorry
the
I
first
interrupted.
started. Marty, you're next.
Hey everybody, I'm Marty. It's good to be back. I missed you guys last time. You can find me here, of course. You can also find me at the Bard Rock Network on their main show, Bard Rock Cafe, currently as Baragon Doubletail, the Leonin Fighter. You can also find me at my new show, College of Whispers, the TTRPG actual play book club. We just finished our first 5-episode run, and we're moving to monthly, so our next episode will be out on November 29th. And we are booking guests for 2024 and beyond. So if you want to come on my show and talk about your show, hit me up. You can find me on social medias at Balmartian. I have a lot of other shows, but they're all kind of on hiatus right now. We'll talk later. We'll talk later.
Right on. Dyto, you're next.
Hello, I am Dyto. Brandie and I obviously can't get enough of each other because you will be able to see us here on Curse of Strahd as well as Ether Wars together again, where I will be playing a sprite psychic chaos gremlin. complete opposite of Delphine. But you can also find me over on Lost Caravan. I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes projects that are gonna hopefully start releasing in December. But I am also going to be doing a Turkey Hell Pathfinder 2E Turkey Thanksgiving game that we have called the Gang Ruins Thanksgiving because our group ruined Halloween. So we're continuing that trend into November. And then on the 20th, I will be doing a Call of Cthulhu game.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's me.
Right on. Well, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. Besides here, every Monday and Wednesday, this week you can find me over on All on the Table TTRPG. They are in association with the Transverse, and I am playing Tybal Toldrum, the Catfolk Rogue, on the Secrets of the Small Gods Pathfinder 2E campaign. It's a lot of fun. We're about to jump into a battle, and if we win, we get to be at level 3, which will be cool. I've never, haven't gotten that far yet in Pathfinder, other than a few one-shots, so that'll be a lot of fun. As everyone said, we've got 2 new campaigns starting up here in January. We have Aether Shanties, which is our Sagas campaign, which is a little loosely based off of like multiverse and steampunk and all sorts of crazy fun shit. We also have the Aether Tech Wars, which is our Pathfinder 2E campaign. They're going to be on alternating Mondays starting in January, like I said. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, on behalf of everyone here in Curse of Strahd and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I would just like to say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may you live
May you live
until you die.
Good night, everybody.